I step into the weathered, abandoned building that once bustled with the comings and goings of travelers. Now, it stands as a relic of bygone days, a silent witness to the ravages of time and history. Hidden deep within the woods, it remains elusive to the authorities, its secrets preserved in shadow. In its heyday, this place thrived under the stewardship of a captivating young woman, her ethereal beauty a marvel to behold. She had fiery red hair with emerald eyes and adorned a beautiful blue dress. Within the confines of her modest shop, she curated an eclectic assortment of goods, ropes, knives, bread, and bags, each item a thread in the tapestry of her enigmatic existence. Despite her mysterious allure, her warmth and openness drew people in, allowing them to bare their souls without reservation. She possessed an uncanny knowledge of our innermost thoughts and feelings, our joys, sorrows, and regrets laid bare before her perceptive gaze. Yet, when questioned about her solitary life amidst the dense forest, she deftly deflected, steering conversations towards simpler pleasures like hot chocolate and tales of neighboring towns. In this forgotten corner of the world, she reigns as a silent guardian of secrets, her presence a reminder of a time when mysteries flourished amidst the chaos of life. Despite our sporadic meetings every 6 months during my travels to my hometown, she held a special place in my heart, a cherished friend in a world of fleeting connections. With each visit, she would generously provide me with supplies, while I, in turn, brought her treasures from distant lands. During one such encounter, I presented her with a golden watch, believing it would please her. However, she declined my gift, revealing a deep-seated aversion to the passage of time. Her words, tinged with sadness, resonated with me as I noticed the absence of any clocks in her shop. Curiosity compelled me to inquire further about her fear of time. As her expression shifted from sorrow to a glimmer of something unspoken, I found myself unable to press for answers. Her eyes held a sorrow so profound, it seemed to stretch across eons, a burden she carried in silence, respecting her unspoken boundaries. I refrained from probing deeper. Instead, we shared moments of sweetness over her handmade treats before I bid her farewell with a smile. After that, I never returned to her shop due to me being drafted to war. Years went by and I married my long-lost love. I even had children with her, but somewhere in the back of my mind was that young lady. As I stood amidst the desolation of the once vibrant shop, now reduced to decay and neglect, my thoughts drifted to the enigmatic woman who had once inhabited this space. Despite my advancing age, curiosity still tugged at my heartstrings, urging me to seek out answers to questions that had lingered for decades. Surveying the abandoned surroundings, I found no signs of life nearby, only the haunting presence of cobwebs and the musty scent of neglect. With a mixture of trepidation and longing, I ventured back into the familiar confines of the small shack. Inside, the air was heavy with the weight of time, the remnants of a forgotten past clinging to every corner. Dust-covered paintings adorned the walls, silent witnesses to the passage of years, while decaying sweets lay abandoned, their sweetness long devoured by rodents and decay. Yet, amidst the decay, a glimmer of warmth beckoned from a door I had never before dared to open. With hesitant steps, I approached, my heart pounding with anticipation and uncertainty. Pushing aside my initial apprehension, I peered into the dimly lit chamber beyond. To my astonishment, a solitary table bathed in candlelight greeted my eyes, adorned with freshly prepared sweets, their aroma wafting through the air like a whispered promise of comfort. Stunned by the surreal sight before me, I hesitated, grappling with disbelief and wonder. Was it possible? Could it be that my long-lost friend still lingered in the shadows of this forgotten place, her presence felt in the warmth of these lovingly crafted treats? With a mixture of fear and awe, I reached out and took a bite, savoring the unexpected burst of flavor that danced upon my tongue. In that moment, as sweetness mingled with nostalgia, I felt a profound sense of connection to the past, a fleeting glimpse into a world where mysteries and memories intertwined. And though the answers remained elusive, I found solace in the bittersweet embrace of the unknown, knowing that some secrets are meant to be savored, rather than solved. The end. I would have been happy if the story ended at that. But as the sweetness of the treat dissolved on my tongue, a sudden wave of nausea swept over me, sending me crashing to the ground in a dizzy haze. Darkness encroached upon my senses as I struggled to maintain consciousness, but before succumbing to unconsciousness, a chilling sight greeted me. Through blurred vision, I beheld a face looming over me, its grin twisted into a malevolent expression that sent shivers down my spine. It was a smile devoid of comfort or concern, but rather brimming with a sinister intent that chilled me to the core. With a final gasp, I slipped into unconsciousness, unaware of the fate that awaited me in the depths of darkness. Hours passed like fleeting shadows until consciousness slowly returned, revealing a grim reality. I found myself imprisoned within the confines of a cold, iron cage, trapped within the confines of a different shack, far removed from the familiar comforts of the old shop. As I struggled to make sense of my surroundings, my gaze fell upon a haunting sight in the dimly lit room. In the shadows of the dark corridor, a solitary figure stood motionless, a skeleton adorned with fiery red hair and clad in a tattered blue dress. Its hollow sockets seemed to bore into my very soul, a silent witness to the sinister secrets that lay buried within the depths of this forsaken place. With a sinking heart, I realized that I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I could have ever imagined, and that my journey into the unknown had led me to share the same fate as that young lady of the shop.